Thank you guys for tuning in the channel today. Super excited to bring you this video. I just got this in the mail. This is the Losi Hammer Rey. It's currently on sale at $200 off from Horizon Hobby, and I think that sale goes through February 25th. So definitely check that out. For such a good deal, I couldn't help but want to pick one of these up. I like the scale realism. I really like building RC crawlers and stuff like that. So I love the scale stuff. Solid differential in the back, and then independent suspension in the front. So let's unbox this thing and check it out. Cut the tape here. Looks like we got 4 sides there. This is a ready to run. You will need your own battery. I did get the green version. I saw a lot of the red version on YouTube videos and stuff, so I want to check out the green, see what it was like. Kind of first impressions, this thing is pretty big coming out of the box here. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's supposed to be 10th scale, but this thing is huge. Maybe I'll pull some RCs out and you guys can kind of see the size comparison. But man, this thing looks neat. Really, really neat. It's kind of weird. Zip ties are already cut. Check that out. That is awesome. I think this is just an empty piece of cardboard, maybe. No, there's something in there. Let's open that up. Yeah, that thing pretty much took up the whole length of this box here. So I'm going to set that aside. Set this aside. Let's pull this out. A lot of cardboard. Set all these plastic pieces aside. We'll trash those later. Cool. Here's your instruction manual. Did come with 4 AA batteries for the radio. That's nice. Maybe looks like a, you guys probably can't see from there, but looks like a little servo horn insert, maybe for a different tooth servo horn. Go ahead and pull out our radio here. So kind of the bare minimum in this box, which I'm good with. This is kind of the nicer radio. It's the DX3. Does have the smart hookup here that will tell you with these LEDs like your battery level and stuff like that. I think this is the same radio that came with the Losi Pro Moto MX, looks like. I have that radio here. Yep. And I like this radio pretty good. I feel like it works well with the Losi Pro Moto. And one thing I do like, you can turn this down to 75% and 50% on this radio. So if you want to let your kids drive this thing, you probably could. First impressions, I really like the green. I really like the white. This thing looks awesome. You got a LED light bar across the top, 2 LED lights in front, and a small LED light bar there at your front bumper. Tire compound, it's pretty hard, but I think for what it is, it should be good. Kind of look close to the same tire size as this rock bouncer I have back here, and that is a 12mm hex, and I believe these are 12mm hexes. So maybe we could swap those in and out from this axial rift up here. That might look pretty cool. Full functioning tire in the back. Look at these little fire extinguishers there. That's really neat. exhaust here with MagnaFlow stickers. Pretty neat. I like the cage design. I have built a lot of crawlers with cage designs. I really like the associated gatekeeper. I really like the Capra. I really like these kind of caged vehicles. I don't know, there's just something about them. And in the front, kind of looks like a Jeep. I also like my Jeeps. Kind of like this right here is almost feels like hard plastic. This piece here, that's pretty nice. Of course, the green, white, and gray body panels are just Lexan, and I do think it's probably difficult to get those on and off. You do insert the battery through this back door right here, and like I said, if you have the smart batteries, all your telemetry should work back to that radio. But man, I can't wait to drive this thing. It's not very heavy. It's pretty light. So just checking out some of the pieces here. Pretty beefy up front. Hopefully it'll be pretty durable. It'd be cool to have a windshield here. I may put one in with some Lexan moving forward. I like the drivers. Looks like their heads turn. So pretty awesome. Yep, can't wait to drive this thing. Just wanted to kind of give you a top-down view of this thing. Maybe look at it a little bit more up close. I will be putting this 2S battery in there. And this has an EC5 connector. This is the battery that I use on my Losi ProMoto MX. If you don't use the smart batteries, an EC5 will work. You just won't have the telemetry back to your radio there. So if that's not a big deal to you, you can buy you some cheaper batteries to run in this thing, which is what I plan on doing. Yeah, flipping it upside down here. As you can see, the battery tray is right here. You just push that button. That locks it, that unlocks it. I'm going to slide the battery in here. It does fit. Seems like it's a little bit more difficult to get in there, but it is doable. Not sure if smart batteries are a little bit smaller, so might be something to take note of, but that Z battery pack did fit. I'm going to go ahead and plug my battery in right there. I'm going to turn my radio on. And let's go ahead and power this thing up. The power button is right here. Servo's not the fastest, but as long as it's durable, should be just fine for ready to run. As you can see, all the LEDs are working. Looks really good. The headlights are plenty bright. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I really like that. As you can tell or see, it's got this aluminum chassis here. Solid rear axle, independent front. Feels pretty springy. The rear feels really good. And as you can see, it has like two different shocks on it here. One with a spring and one without the spring. Looks pretty good. Kind of like a trailing arm suspension. I really like that. Kind of give you an up close look. This is a real tire on the back you can use. Yeah, I think everything looks really good. I did want to point out these are plastic drive shafts, so I hope they hold up reasonably well. We'll test that out. Just running 2S, I think it'll be just fine. It's got metal on the ends, but the inside is plastic there. That should be pretty easy to replace if something does break in this drive line, since the universals or the joints here are metal. I don't foresee those breaking, but if this happens to break, should be easy to replace. And I'll throw up some pictures at the end of this video and do a size comparison of some of the other vehicles that I own, so you guys can kind of have a scale compared to some of the vehicles that you own, how big this is. Thanks for watching.